knowledge. This is the power of India. A city council elected sitting on the floor and still enjoying it. Let's give a big hand to that. Please, please. And that is Mother India. I am nobody to speak about the mother that has so many diamonds, Kohinoors everywhere in this world. But one thing I want to talk to you about today, what Swamiji and Ramakrishna Paramhans has given us as Indians. First of all, I'm going to thank Haveli to provide this. And secondly, Shekhar and his team who is putting this together. Because this is what we want to share with our next generation. Soon you will see the pills that you can take and it can make a good engineer and doctor. But to make a good human being, this is what's needed. And it's not going to come very easy. It's always going to need Swamijis to come. We all should be very proud. 125 years back, this monk from India came here and he addressed people, my brothers and sisters. Do you know how powerful it is? Before that, how many knows that there was a Mayflower boat that came to US to teach Christianity? Swamiji never teaches about Hinduism. We each talk about Hinduism, we are very small. We are Vedic philosophers. We consider this universe as our family. That's what we come from. When we talk about universe, it's not only we humans, every atom of this universe is related. And that's what our philosophy is. We'll have to share with our children this and make them proud. We don't see black and white. We don't see colors. We don't see class. We don't see who has how much money or what kind of house they live in. Every atom exists because we are here, and we exist because that every atom is there. And we are thankful for that. That's what Swamiji. So 128th year of that, when we celebrate, we should know this is the first monk that came to this land where whole world is striving to come. You come from India and other countries. I come from Africa. Born in Africa, I know how many Africans are going in the ocean, ready to die to just come here. They don't even know they're going to make it this end. You can look on the refugees, how they are coming here. This land, when this monk came here, a young man, just addressing first time, my brothers and sisters, he made them feel something. Until today, there is no other monk that has come with something different. So we should be proud of ourselves. Let's give a big hand to ourselves and Swami. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nimish Bhai. I want to greet everybody here and for this wonderful opportunity. My name is Clarence Gadapati. I sit here representing a lot of people who work very hard in the community among our young people. I had the unique privilege and opportunity a few months back to be in Kolkata for work, and I ended up going to Dakshineshwar temple. And on the corner of that temple, for those of you who have not been there, is a small room where Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to sit on this small cot and talk about Vedanta and his inner experience of oneness. And so it was a wonderful feeling to sit there as though you were a disciple listening to Paramahamsa and in the presence of Ma Sharada Devi and Swami Vivekananda. I am a seeker from India, and that is what connects us. Before India was a country, it was our sages and munis and rishis who went around talking about the fact that God can be realized in the human body. No other society, no other civilization has done that before it or since then. And that is what connects all of us. I was born and raised in the city of Hyderabad, and I used to hear that There was one Swami Ranganathananda who used to come and speak in Hyderabad. I had never met him. 25 years later, I Googled his name on YouTube, and you should watch some of the videos, what he talks about. So I share that tradition with all of you. And that is how we are spiritually brothers and sisters. And with that spirit, we serve the community. And Swami Vivekananda, to me, is the architect of modern India. If there are people that come up to you and say, how is it that people from India are honest, hardworking, we don't come here as conquerors or colonizers, but we want to serve the land in which we live, that thread is because of Swami Vivekananda. So, arise, awake, and stop not until the goal is reached. We are still working on that. Through Framework for Future, through a lot of collaboration with other organizations, we are giving our young people an authentic voice through which they can actually project their individual faith, their belief, and their practices. And what Swami Vivekananda stands for me is that authentic voice based on his inner experience. Thank you all.
Hello everyone, my name is Vamsi Pola. I'm honored and privileged to be here with all of you to talk about Swami Vivekananda and how he influenced me throughout my life journey. And first of all, Nimish Bhai, Clarence Bhai, great speech. Before I get into the discussion, I would say, let's ask a simple trivia question. When was Swami Vivekananda's second visit to US? After 1893. Anybody?
1899.
Great. Where did he come? Anybody?
He came to New York.
Mm-hmm. Somewhere in the West, for sure, yes. That was the first one. Okay, it's Los Angeles. So 1899, he was in Los Angeles. 1893, he was in Chicago for the Parliament of World Religions for about 3-4 years. So those are the two big trips he made. So I want to start with a few simple quotes that inspired me throughout my life journey. The simple quotes are very powerful, but a lot of inspiration you can derive from that. I think one quote, Clarence, where you took it already, arise, awake, and stop not until you reach the goal. You cannot believe in the God until you believe in yourself. Talk to yourself once a day. Otherwise, you miss talking to a great, excellent personality in your life. These three quotes really resonate with me throughout my life. And these are a little sample of the quotes that Swami Vivekananda gave. And these quotes, his speeches, his preachings, inspired millions of people across the world and India. He's one of the most influential figures of modern Indian history and Hinduism. He's a scholar, he's a philosopher, he's a political thinker, and he's a visionary. And his speech at Chicago, the first inaugural speech he gave in 1993, a monk wearing a yellow turban, people never had the expectation that he will deliver that big. But he amazed the world on the day. The speech was a big milestone for our Indian history, our Hinduism, and various cultures. The Western cultures and communities started seeing India and the culture in a very different aspect and a perspective after that particular event. And he taught the world the concept of universal religion. He told different religions take different paths, but your ultimate goal is same. He influenced some of the most influential leaders in the world, including Mahatma Gandhi, Rabindranath Tagore, Subhash Chandra Bose, Tesla. Rabindranath Tagore once said, if you want to know about India, study Vivekananda. That one sentence can explain how big he was. And throughout my personal journey, he influenced me a lot. During my school days, coming from a smaller town in the state of Telangana, one of my most hobbies was to read books, and the most number of books I read was about Swami Vivekananda history and his philosophies. Throughout my college, my education career, I carried them. They made me a better human with values, integrity, and honesty. The teachings of Vivekananda taught me how to respect every human, irrespective of their culture, ethnic, gender, and social status. And he made me a better human. And he made a deep impact on me throughout every stage of my life. Swami Vivekananda's influence in West is much more needed now than a century ago. As humans, we created various destructive capabilities that put the life on the planet at risk. Humanity is at a juncture, at a cross point where you take the path to the peace by harmony and unity, or you take the path to destruction with the racial segregation, disparity, and prejudice. As humans, we have the power to choose which path we want to take. And the teaching of Swami Vivekananda can help us to be a better humans and lead the path to the peace across the world. His concepts of universal religion, his concept of universal tolerance, unity of religions can play a big role in making this world a better place. Thank you for letting me share this opportunity.
Wonderful. Thank you, gentlemen. That was a wonderful speech from each one of you. Thanks for your time and your thoughts. Let me take another opportunity to recognize our another esteemed guest, Dimple Ajmera, the public servant and the elected official on Charlotte City Council at large. Welcome, Dimple.